my name is Susie and I'm with Yoga for Change. I'm going to lead you through a brief chair practice. Will be about 15 minutes in length. This is a great option to do if you work in an office setting all day and spend a lot of time in a chair. You can do some of these stretches throughout your day at different points to break things up and when your body gets stiff. It's also a really great practice to do at home, especially on days where maybe you want some movement and some breath work, but don't quite have a lot of energy. So you would need absolutely nothing to do this practice but a chair. You can choose any type of chair. My chair does not have arms, but if your chair does, it will work just fine. So make yourself into your chair, into a comfortable position, and we're just going to start with a few breaths to get grounded into our practice. So come into a straight alignment here, and what I mean by that is, if possible, press your feet firmly into the ground. If the ground is really far away, you can use a book or a block or anything you might have to bring the earth closer to you. And then stack your knees right over your ankles and your hips right in line with your knees, so you've got a straight line. And sit up tall and straight. If you want to close your eyes, you can, and if not, that's perfectly okay. Maybe shift your eyelids down so that you have just a soft gaze and some time to reflect inward. We'll take 3 breaths. And one more. Fill all the way up. And then slow exhale out. And if your eyes were closed, you can go ahead and open them. You might choose to leave them closed throughout the practice, and that's great also. On an inhale, pull your shoulders up to your ears, and as you exhale, let them fall down and around your spine. So begin to make gentle circles here. You can choose to use your arms. I'm doing half circles. I tend to fall into that pattern. Other people like to get their whole upper body into it and make really big arm circles. So you explore what options feel the best. And take one more circle going in this direction. And then we'll switch. On an inhale, lift your shoulders up. And as you exhale, let them fall down and forward. So your circles might be fast or slow, depending on your breath pattern. And you might have some arm movement added in, or you might just be isolated within your shoulders, and either is perfectly fine. Take one more, and then come back to center. Let it shake out. I like to do a little gentle twist from side to side sometimes, but let your own movement show through and just be natural and organic in whatever way that feels best for you. Plant your feet firmly on the ground, and on an inhale, take your arms out to the side and reach up. If this doesn't work for your shoulders, you can also reach your arms straight forward. Maybe this is where you stop. Your other option is to add in a little bit of a back bend. So if you choose that, you can look up at your fingertips and maybe reach back behind you. Whichever variation that you're in, take one more breath. Exhale to a twist on your right side. Bring your right hand behind you and your left hand to your right knee or your thigh. So depending on your chair, your right arm might be grabbing the back edge of your chair or the side if you've got one of those types. Take 3 more breaths. You can explore what arm placement feels the best, and then choose one and stay for these last 2. Inhale. Exhale. One more full breath in. Exhale into the twist. And inhale to come back through your center. Maybe you reach up, maybe you look back, or maybe you just come back to center depending on your shoulders. On your next exhale, take it over to the other side. Bring your left hand behind you, right hand to your left knee or thigh. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. 2 more. Inhale for length. Press through the crown of your head. And exhale to a twist. And one more. Exhale. Inhale to come all the way back through center. Reach your arms up if that feels all right. And exhale, bring them back down. Get into the side body a little bit here. Take your left hand. This is tricky depending on your chair. You can press into the chair, or if you don't have a lot of room, you can grab the outer edges of your chair for support. On an inhale, sweep your right arm up and overhead. You can stay just like this, pressing down through your left palm and up through your right, or you can add a little hinge, just depending on where you want to feel the stretch most in your body. If you're hinging over, press your right rib cage out. Take one more breath. And then exhale to come back to center. Press your right palm into your chair or grab the outer edges and sweep your left arm up on an inhale. Choose where you want to be in this stretch and then find your variation. I'm hinging over to the left side. Take one more breath. And exhale to let it out. And then come back to center. Shake it out, a gentle twist or any movement that feels good for you. And rest your hands comfortably on your lap. If your feet aren't firmly planted on the ground, shift your weight forward or add in a block or a book or something to elevate your feet off of the earth. So depend on whatever you need. On an inhale, push your hips forward, pull your shoulder blades back, creating an exaggerated arch here through your spine. Depending on your mobility in your neck, you might be able to lift your chin and look up. On your next exhale, round through your spine, pulling your shoulder blades together and pulling your chin towards your chest. This is called cat shape. And as we inhale and move forward to where we started, this is called cow. So these are seated cat-cows, and you can move through them fluidly with your own breath. You might start to look a little bit different than me. And if you're doing this with someone at home or in another setting, you guys might be looking different than each other. Each inhale will push you forward, and each exhale will roll you back. So take 2 more cycles of this, creating any variations here that work for you. And then when that's complete for you, come back to your center and pull your right knee in towards your chest. You can choose to have your hands on the outside of your knee or underneath, whatever feels best for you. Start to take some gentle circles through your right ankle. Choose one direction. And then switch it out. So go the opposite way. Notice differences in your ankle going one direction versus the other. Move into seated half pigeon from here. There's a lot of options in this one, so I'll go through them all and then give you a few breaths. And then you can choose what works for you. When we get to the other side, you'll have an advantage because you'll know your options. But to start, bring your right foot over your left knee or your left thigh. If this does not work for you, if you're like, no way, that does not feel good in my body, no worries. There's a couple things you can do. The first is recline back. Let your body rest on the back of your chair. And if this still doesn't feel great, straighten out your left leg. And your right foot can adjust either on top of your knee or below your knee joint. Your right hand can be an assist. And just allow the weight of your arm to press your right leg out towards the right side. If you have a lot of room within your hips, and we're all built differently, this is really just anatomy. So nothing that you can do often. It's just the way you are. So no worries. If you have more room, this is a great place to start. And then if you want an even deeper stretch, you can begin to hinge forward. Your hinge will come from your hips and not your spine. So you can actually explore what it feels like to press forward, leading from your heart, and then rounding through your spine. And you probably will feel a big difference, and if you don't, that's okay. If you do, choose the variation that works best for you. And we'll just take 2 more breaths because we've been here for a while. And 1 more full inhale. And full exhale. And inhale to come all the way back up. Bring your right foot off of your left. Windshield wiper your legs or take any movement that you need to counter that stretch. And then we'll go to the other side. Plant your right foot firmly into the earth. Bring your left leg up. And you don't have to pull it up far. You might just be right off the ground, or you might be all the way up here. So choose your range of motion, the one that feels comfortable for you, that you can stay and breathe. And start to make those circles, switching directions if you haven't already. And then bring your left foot over your right knee. I have a huge difference from side to side, so you might feel that in your body, and you also might not. Everybody, again, is built differently, and the hips is one of the areas where we see that the most, differences from side to side, but a lot of people are also pretty equal. So just take note of where you are without judgment. Just bring that awareness, and then create your posture from here. So your options to stay exactly where you are, to start to fold forward, or to recline, come back on the back of your chair, straighten out your right leg, and then settle into the stretch. So you can continue to explore options, or you can choose one and stay. We'll have 5 more breaths here. Can you create more space and length within your spine with each breath in? And perhaps a deeper fold as you breathe out. Can you be fully present in your body, in this stretch, in this breath, and in this moment? 2 more. Last one. Bring your left foot off of your right. Come back to center. Let your knees go a little bit from side to side. Shake it out. And then we'll settle into the chair just for a few breaths to close out. Just like in the beginning, if you would like to close your eyes, you can. You certainly don't have to. Empty out all of your air. And then inhale for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale slow. 3, 2, 1. We'll increase to 4 for these last 2. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Let your eyes flutter open if they were closed. Take a big breath in. And then open your mouth, sigh out. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope you had a wonderful practice, and keep tuning back in for more videos, for more ideas, for more chair exercises, as well as mat. And we hope to see you again. Thanks so much.